Hi all, thank you for joining us for our virtual Hill Day. My name is Carolynn Eiler and I am the Event Project Manager for IFFGD. And my main responsibility is the creation of the Nancy and Bill Norton Educational Series for patients with gastrointestinal illness, which will be launching in the fall. Today I'll be giving y'all an overview of NIH. First, let's start with what NIH stands for. It's the National Institutes of Health, and their mission is to seek fundamental knowledge about the nature and behavior of the living systems and the application of that knowledge to enhance health, lengthen life, and reduce illness and disability. The NIH began in 1887. During their first year, the first Federal Quarantine Act was passed in April, and in December, Congress appropriated funds for investigating the origin and causes of epidemic diseases, especially yellow fever and cholera. This is just a quick timeline of NIH's history, where they started as the Laboratory of Hygiene, and in 1930, Congress designated them the National Institute of Health, how they are known today. This is a little more in-depth history of NIH, and in 1918, the Public Health Service made grants to 25 institutions, establishing a precedent for the federal government to seek assistance of scientists through grants. In 1944, the Public Health Service Act was passed, and it gave NIH the legislative basis for its program with general authority to conduct research. In 2006, the National Institutes of Health Reform Act passed, affirming the importance of NIH and its vital role in advancing biomedical research to improve the health of the nation. NIH is made up of 21 institutes. Some include the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development, and National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, also known as NIDDK, which I will talk about a little later. The NIH is also made up of 6 centers. Center for Scientific Review and NIH Clinical Center are some of theirs. Francis Collins is the director of NIH and was appointed in 2009 by President Obama. Dr. Collins is noted for his landmark discoveries of disease genes and his leadership of the International Human Genome Project. NIH supports basic research, which includes fundamental mechanisms of biology, preclinical translational research, which includes initial development and tests of new diagnostics using non-human subjects. Clinical research uses human subjects and includes clinical trials, behavioral studies, and outcomes research. Post-clinical translational research, which searches for the best methods to enhance access and implementation of new biomedical interventions. And community and clinical practice, which translates new research into clinical and community practice. The budget for NIH fiscal year 2020 is $41.92 billion. This chart shows in 1994 that they had a budget of $10.96 billion, and in 2003, $27.17 billion, and it's pretty much on an incline throughout the years. This chart is a breakdown of how NIH spent their fiscal year 2018 budget, with a large portion of it going to research project grants at a little over $20 billion, and the rest under $5 billion each. This chart is a breakdown of the NIH research project grants per year, starting in 1995. Each year shows the amount of applications for grants that they receive, the amount of grants awarded, and the success rate of the grants awarded that year. Next up is a quick little overview of NIDDK, or also known as National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases. The mission of the NIDDK is to conduct and support medical research and research training and to disseminate science-based information on diabetes and other endocrine and metabolic diseases, digestive diseases, nutritional disorders, and obesity, and kidney, urologic, and hematologic diseases to improve people's health and quality of life. Griffin Rogers, who you'll hear from shortly, has been the director of NIDDK since 2007. Dr. Rogers is widely recognized for his contributions to the development of the first effective therapy for sickle cell anemia and was a principal investigator in clinical trials to develop therapy for patients with sickle cell disease. A couple of research areas that NIDDK is known for: liver disease, nutrition, and you guessed it, the reason most of you were watching today, digestive diseases. And at the beginning of 2020, NIDDK embarked on an institute-wide strategic planning process. The goal is to develop a broad vision for accelerating research into the causes, treatment, and prevention of diseases and conditions under their mission. Please visit the website on the slide, and we'll also be sharing it in the chat. If you have any ideas to submit, you have until this Friday, July 31st, so you have a couple more days left. Thank you for joining me and learning a little more about NIH and NIDDK.